Yeah, that intro top
Welcome.
tier, low key.
Oh, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Welcome to Build Over Debate. 25 to Lifestyle Sims Thrive. We got a myriad of special guests today, and we're going to allow each of them to introduce themselves. And then we're going to dive into whatever topics of discussion we see fit. The last conversation, in the words of the Skunkinator, was a steamer. And
Gratitude.
uh, this one I expect to be nothing different. So, with that, I bid further ado, and I will pass the ball to my co pilots, the Skunkinator.
It's your boy Skunkinator, the non-player hater, the show love excavator, the active listen orator. Just showing love to my bros, man. It was a great time to be alive, man. Let's keep building.
Facts, facts. You know, I guess I'll go ahead and throw my intro in this time since I got a little ridicule from my last intro. I'm gonna let y'all boys know it is a narrow tiempo. I understand the founder and owner of the Players Collective, a consultation and software development company. And I dance is a passion. I love
Mhm.
as a lifestyle, and I enjoy this thing we call life. Let's do it.
Let's go. That's fire.
Yeah, I'm Farmer Brown. Um, I don't even know what to say. I got a nice intro. Yeah, no, I go by Farmer Brown. I'm my brand is Brazilian Seed Company, the seed bank
Mhm.
cultivator, the local farmer.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Rogers of the neighborhood.
You know it. That's hard.
Hey, you
Mr. Roger, the
supplying
neighborhood.
everything we need. Talking about the hardest intro, my guy. You
Man.
got what we need
And he working. Come on, you can't tell me that ain't lit.
on the job.
You hear me? Real talk, real life demonstrating too, man. So I think what we got left off at on our last time we was talking, was it speaking on was we speaking on divinity, bro? What divinity
Definitely
means to
speaking
you?
divinity for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So bro, De Niro, I definitely want you to expound more on what you think divinity means to you, King. And then I definitely want to hear Brazil's for sure.
Well, for me, like I was saying earlier, I feel like divinity is all
Mhm.
about that confidence in self and that ability to establish your attention. And so, a lot of times we get into manifestation to be able to manifest the reality you want it and want in your life. You got to be in your divinity. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you want to bring to the table. You got to be
Mhm.
grateful and gratitude and have gratitude for what you have and the value of it, so that you can assign it to the right position in order for it to work for you to get you where you need to be. So for me,
That's hard.
divinity is not only just taking it a level deeper than where we left it at, is not only knowing
Mhm.
yourself, but knowing the environment that you're in and the divinity and the things around you and how they serve you. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Whether they're teaching you a lesson, giving you a gift, or holding you back.
Mhm. Word.
You know,
That's
and
beautiful,
understanding
bro.
your relationship with the divinity around you.
Mm. That's beautiful, bro. I love that. That's fire. That's well said, eloquently said. Brazil, what's your take on divinity, beloved?
My bad, there was a car passing. My take on divinity, at least the perspective I'll be coming with, is more so like the energy on masculine and feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so either way, or either masculine or feminine, depending on which individual I'm dealing with, um, I would try to raise that or have them acknowledge where they might fit best at. Honestly, and more so in an organic way, just help them identify, or may give them different perspectives and whatnot to help them um, in their journey per se. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to kind of
Mm-hmm.
give people perspective or even lead them. So information is key
Mm-hmm.
though. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of let them do what they will with that. But usually, my bad. Uh, Usually it's one of those you could lead by example in a sense, but it's just really frequency and energy with me. You know what I'm saying? Based on
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to divinity, masculine and feminine, pretty much.
That's hard. I like that perspective as well, bro. Oh, that's lit. And I think, like, you know, knowing that divinity is form fitted towards self, how you perceive it is key. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody has a, a wrong answer, but it's a right answer because it works for you. You know what I'm saying? So I love both y'all answers. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I just heard, both y'all, it's like y'all spoke of balance, balance. Both y'all present a different perspective, but it predicated balance. And I think, once we can start striving to balance those energies and know how we can yield those energies to work for us, we'll be way more efficient on a collective scale. You get what I'm saying? So I got a question for both of y'all. What what do you feel our community is lacking as far as self-development goes? I definitely want to hear both y'all perspectives because I know y'all gonna go hard on this one. Facts.
Oh, Brazil, you want to go first? You
Yeah, I'll be quick. In my perspective,
Mhm,
I would say how to utilize the information that's either available or
mhm.
yeah, one, how to comprehend the information and then how to apply it, pretty much.
Copy. Mm.
facts.
Word. No, that's
Uh,
right.
he really took the words out of my mouth. I feel like as a community, we're we've one adopted an identity that is disingenuous to ourselves, or
Mhm.
we've adopted a disingenuous perspective of ourselves. We've allowed
Mm.
society to create a narrative for ourselves that limits the information that we're allowed to interact with, the spaces that
Mhm.
we're inviting ourselves to, and how we move as a people. And
Mm.
so what I think it
Word.
is that we have to, like, you have to have the education of first how we've been limited, which isn't as
Mhm.
important as just having the
True.
knowledge to see how everything that you say you can't do because of your skin color, you have access to, you just didn't know how. And being able to prove that. And so, like you said, it's being able to apply this knowledge. A lot of people have the knowledge, they
Mhm.
know what happened, they know the history, they know who did it and why, but they can't
Mhm.
apply how to change that or how to overcome that.
Yeah. That's deep. That's deep, bro. I see what both of y'all are saying. That's what's up. Cause like for me, a lot of reason why our community, like you said, is failing for self-development. Also, what y'all was saying, now to knowing how to apply the information. People don't know who they are and what they're up against. They don't even know what game they're in. Like,
Not at all.
so it's like we need to learn how to heighten our awareness and be more sensitive to what is around us and what is in our mind and what's around us that's affecting why we think in the way that we're thinking. And like both of y'all said, add so we know how to apply the appropriate information because y'all right, information is out here. There's really no excuse how none of us can get a bag individually and on a collective scale. Again, we're just not applying the information given because of what? Entertainment, being around the wrong people, the wrong environments that is not conducive for growth. Environment is very, very key in all of this because if you're in an environment that you feel that won't allow you to grow, move out of it then. Because we keep feeling we're captive and held down and gridlocked into that. That again, that's made man construct that we've harbored to think. No, you can get up out of that. You just didn't think you can get up out of that. You
I
locked
tell my
yourself
bros,
down in that. Mhm.
I tell my bros all the time. They like, bro, what you
Mhm.
gonna do? I'm like, bro, I can leave. If I didn't want, I'm only here because I enjoy playing the game, bro.
That
I
part,
understand that
bro.
there's
That
a
part.
game to be played. Like my company is called the
Yep.
Players Collective. Life is the game we
That
play and
part.
we play it right. I enjoy playing the
Mhm.
game of life. I enjoy finding
Mm.
ways and tools and adjusting information in a way that allows for me to
Mhm.
succeed. That's my game. If I
Mm.
ever get tired of doing
Okay.
that, I can go farm somewhere, find me some land to be out the way. Other than
Yo,
that,
grid
I
all
enjoy,
grid. Yes,
you
sir.
feel what I'm saying? Other than that, I
Mhm.
enjoy learning how to help everybody else get out the system. That's the only reason why I'm still here. I could have been gone. I'm here
That's
now because
deep,
I'm like,
bro.
all right, why would I just leave? Once I figured out how to help
Yeah.
myself, all right, now the only
Mhm.
goal is how do I lead by example in a way that inspires
Mm.
other people to find the information that I found.
That part. That part, bro. That part. That part. being a bridge. So you said I got the information and I built the bridge for you to walk across.
Bridge
I'm
builder,
here to
you
show
gotta
you
know
the
your
beauty.
code.
That part, that part, that part,
Gotta know
that
your code.
part. That's facts. That's facts, man. And I think like knowing that that's beautiful, bro, because a lot of us are just operating out of pure ignorance, man.
Facts.
And collectively on a collective scale, we're still moving out of sheer ignorance. And it's not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. It's just not productive in our culture. You get what I'm
Because you can't
saying?
build with it.
It's
You can't build with it.
that part, that part,
We
that
can't build
part.
with it because every conversation becomes an argument.
God. Yeah, man, you hit that on the nose. What you think about that, Brazil? You hit that on the nose, De Niro.
I'll say that one more time. My bad, fellas.
No, you good, King. I was just saying, De Niro was saying the reason why we're ignorant. What was you saying, bro? Because I kind of forgot, even though you just hit that on the nose, bruh.
Well, the reason why we have a hard time is because we don't really. Oh, I done lost them now too. Jesus. But yeah, we don't really understand how to communicate or what we want. Where was I going with that?
Mm-hmm. About
Oh
ignorance. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
about ignorance.
I did catch that part pretty much. When it does come up, there's arguments and things like that.
Yeah,
In
pretty
my
much.
Yeah,
opinion,
with the arguments. Yep, yep.
in my opinion, with that, I definitely agree. I feel like those are people that are part of the problem, creating or maintaining a level of distraction from the real issues.
Mm,
Because
mm.
identifying is one thing, but to be responsible, right, calls to action. A lot of people don't want to do that, right? That's taking accountability and things like that, right? So they're
True.
not trying to do that,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Right.
And that's where ignorance becomes king. Like what he just said, because you're coming with the solution, they're the victim. We're the victor. We're like, we've already harbored the responsibility. We're going to take the burden and do something about it. But you're going to keep on complaining and keep complaining and keep complaining and fighting us, coming with the solution to get us up out of our ignorance. And this is to the point I feel like some of our people actually find enjoyment in the static of ignorance. It's to the point they find it's like a love-hate thing. They love it and hate it. They
They
can't
fear the
stand it, but they
change. They
love
have.
to hold on to it.
They fear the change they have to go through for peace.
Yeah, because you know why? Because change is chaotic as hell.
For
It is
sure.
Well,
not a
that,
People
pleasant
scared of
thing.
chaos.
It's
Can't
not
that's
pleasant.
stand change.
what y'all describing is
That
cognitive
part, that part.
dissonance. It's cognitive
Facts.
dissonance. And, when someone's core belief system is challenged, they have a fight or flight response. And, you
Yeah.
know, being on Instagram and going into people's lives is where I started to see how, just
Mhm.
like what you were describing, people are way more inclined to participate in lowbrow conversations and arguments than they are something that is productive. So this is where we created this space, build over debate, to be an intentional space, to build on topics of discussion, to build on ideas for projects, to build rapport
Mhm.
with one another, but most importantly, to build one another up. And it's, in core alignment with what this whole social documentary project is based on, and that is creating positive propaganda and a counter
Mm.
narrative to what the media machine brands us as, and that is misfits, chaotic,
Mhm.
the bottom
Mhm.
of the society, a burden to society. When the exact is what's true. Like, it's just that because we don't practice presence over presentation, we fall for the okey doke of these puppets who are placed in front of us. And they're really just adding to that chaos and to that uh, lack of want to shatter one's own dissonance. Full stop.
Be careful of the culture vultures. We was just talking about this earlier. I was like, I was talking to Rumbling. I was like, big bro, peep this. One thing I can't stand about my city or any hood, why we're up against a crazy fight in entertainment is because you got people out here that saying, man, I came from nothing. So you feel like you gotta wear chains, grills to show that you have what? Wealth, right? But you don't even know the people that gave that to you, that's nothing to them. So that means we're really not making no progress. We still stuck. We're still stuck because now we're looking at that as the epitome of what we need to be. We don't need to be flashy. We need infrastructure. We need order, hierarchy. We need togetherness, oneness. That's what we need. We don't need diamond chains and all that, bro, because we're still broke. Them people that got them chains, bro, you'll be surprised they don't even own a house. They're renting. They don't own commercial real estate. Not a lot of them, but some of them that got the right mentorship, the right guidance from what? Somebody that already did more than them. That don't even look like us most of the time, which breaks me.
That part.
I think the biggest thing about it is we have to reestablish value in our community.
Bro,
because it's like how do we really determine what's valuable? Because even when I'm gonna tell you something that I was talking to my partner about today. It's like, bro, you realize even that LLC you got is in the government, it's through government paperwork. You go buy a house and you pay like bro, at the end of the day, there's a certain line on this that you only gonna get out of when you free yourself from it. You see what I'm saying?
That part.
There's a certain part of this reality that you can only free yourself from in your mind. You might have to still live through certain aspects of it, but you gotta at least be able to think outside of it. And if your entire value is based on things that you can have that ain't never been yours, that you can't produce, and that you might have to give back if your pockets get low enough, what we talking about?
Sheesh.
Spectacles Cathedral.
Spectacles.
What we talking about?
Hey, Brazil, you got anything to say on that, bro?
Oh, yeah, I'm making a lot of points. I'll just be piggybacking for real. But I agree with everything I said.
Okay, for sure.
We need the farm knowledge. We need to know how to. That's for me now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little square grass in my yard. I don't want nothing but the time to go get a hoe and tear that mug up, put some seeds out there, bro. That would be the biggest accomplishment in my life right now. To me, that's value because now I know that I have the information to provide real sovereignty for myself. I no longer have to worry about where I'm gonna get some food from. If I got some dirt, some water, and some seeds, and some time, we're gonna work it out. You feel what I'm saying? To me, that's value.
Yeah. That's real. Yeah, learn how to operate out of trust.
That's where you really feel self-sufficient, like, you know where your stuff is coming from and everything. It's just about setting it up where you're gonna put it at.
That part.
How you gonna protect it,
bro?
Well, it's easy.
That part.
You'll protect it the same way you protect your home and your family.
For sure.
That part. That's real. And then, like you were saying, bro, having stuff like value, like learning how to operate everything that you have and own through a trust where you don't own it, but the trust owns it, but it's not attached to you. And it's not what? In the jurisdiction of the corporation of the United States. You get what I'm saying?
For sure. Like, you gotta know how to set it up.
You gotta know how to set it up, bro.
If y'all got an LLC, right, it's some free game. If you got an LLC, you can start up a TDA account, TDA, and once you set that,
I know what a TDA account is.
Yeah, set that
Treasury
up.
Direct account.
There you go, and then and then start up a brokerage account. If you got any kids and whatnot, don't matter their age, put one in their name as well, and all your bills can be endorsed back through the brokerage. My wife used to work in the bank system and stuff like that, and that's how she figured out the financial system. Like, that's how they do it. Like, corporations and entities, even our jobs that we work for, that's how they're able to claim and take out through our Sescovy account. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's all about the trade. Yep, you know. I studied the same thing he studied. You get quarterly checks, bro. and you get paid 3 times a bill, a light bill, sewer bill, phone bill, any bill. Put that through the TD account, bro. Even your car note, bro. Like what bro saying is 110% facts.
I'm gonna go look it up. I done took the note because what I've been on is I've been on the DeFi wave. So what I've been working on is understanding how to do DeFi finance. So like how the bank take your money, you put it in an account, they leverage it, loan it, do the whole cycle. You can do the same thing through DeFi finance with products like Aave. You go put all your money in that account. You borrow against the money that you put in there, and you lend, and you get money that's increasing at a higher rate than the money that you're borrowing.
Dang, hey, I think your signal acting kind of crazy, King.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you in the last 10 seconds. Can you repeat that a little bit, King?
So basically, you go through Aave and you set you up. It's called a lending protocol. And so what you do is you put a certain amount of money in there. You use that money as a collateral to buy another coin that has a higher interest rate and stake that coin. So you're staking both coins and getting interest on the collateral you have and the money that you are borrowing against. And so if you do it right, you can constantly make money doing it. And the good thing about doing it that way is that crypto for you to see your growth for every second, every minute. So you can pull it out whenever you want to, and you get the growth instantaneously. So you get a high APY that's higher than most savings accounts, plus the compound interest of doing what the bank does on the back end with your money as well. You see, and so it's a lot to do with the crypto in the crypto space right now. Pretty much allowing you to operate as a bank operates with your finances.
Yeah, that's a threat to that's a threat. See, that's a humongous threat to their infrastructure, which is about to fall. Babylon about to fall, y'all. Rome is about to come down.
I'm trying to understand what the next system is.
Man, well, you already came with a solution where it don't even matter. That's like a foolproof system. Like it's gonna work regardless of what happens.
I'm developing my own platform so we can do it ourselves and not have to do it through nobody else. And that's really what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, you just said something really profound. So like that's kind of what I was just about to touch on. Is the new system is how much can you control, or what do you control, or how many middlemen can you minimize?
Eliminate.
Pretty much, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Cut them out.
How many raw materials do you have? Like the time frame and everything else like that is really on you. You control the market in different lanes and aspects of different demographics. You know what I'm saying? So that's really bad.
And you pay for what you don't know. So
every time.
when you're talking about middlemen, the more you know, the more middlemen you can cut out, which ultimately brings down your bottom line and your operating costs.
That part.
And then it also is going to allow you to effectively delegate tasks because now you know how to do it yourself, so you can properly assess the talent level of someone who will be duplicating your efforts.
Rinse and repeat.
I didn't know how to do it to hire somebody to do it.
Facts. And if you got a network that you personally know, you don't even need to do it. All you got to do is just slowly walk yourself into it to learn yourself. Now it gets to be an extension of the infrastructure at that point. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about, separating and creating our own board game. I was just saying, I'm like, man, why do we keep on feeling like we got to play their game when we can create our own game within their game that they can't penetrate?
And
that's what they
give
feel.
Our power away. We don't allow ourselves to see the opening for there to be a new system and that we could build it. One, because we don't believe we're powerful enough. We believe and then secondly, we've been instilled with fear. Especially in our community, a lot of people believe that if they become too big of a leader, they'll be knocked off. And the only answer to that is to create a team full of leaders. You got to have a whole team of leaders. If everybody a leader and you can't knock that, what you gonna do?
Just like the Godfather, you kill one Godfather, guess what? It's several of them. So you didn't stop nothing. It's just a start. You like, oh, we still gonna reign, bro.
The problem is ain't enough of us watch The Godfather. Too many of us to watch Scarface.
And what happened? Once he was gone, the empire was gone.
The movie ended with him shot up.
And we thought that was a
Just
victory.
imagine if his homies didn't betray him and still by his side, bro. It would have been a long fought war. You feel me? And like you said, they've been instilling fear through the propaganda, through making certain leaders martyrs. So people, and then that's when we start tucking our tail, like, well, I don't want to be like him. What do you mean? We gotta be at least willing to die for something. Like, come on, we can't go out like cowards. We gotta be willing to die for something.
When I started this social experiment, it was based on a quote after the lockdown happened, and that was either vibes of martyrdom drip from your lips or your breath smells like cowardice.
Ooh, that's a banger.
Facts.
That's a banger, bro. That's why it's just crazy to me to this day how us as a collective, not individually or in small groups, but as a collective, we are damn near scared shitless of our evolution that is sitting right in our face. Like, how are we not learning from the past? But we're using that past to keep us stagnant. It's
So let's
crazy.
get into a bit of the esoterics I like to get into. So
Yeah.
y'all understand how
Well, hold on. Before we do that, before we switch lanes that quick, let's have a quick commercial break
okay.
Bet.
from our sponsor, Commercial Universe Boutique, which is a boutique and a brand that merges mental health with merch for you melanated masterpiece. If you want to support this project, you can visit Commercial Universe Boutique and buy some of our branded gear. We got hats, hoodies, and t-shirts. We also got other dope designs that represent embodying the source. Gratitude is grace. Freestyle. Some dope travel bags, if that's what you're into. Also got some backpacks, if you're going back to school. Tap in, Commercial Universe Boutique.store. Google us, you'll find it. But I guess we're about to get talking into some things esoteric in nature. So let's just clear everybody's mental palate and buckle up. All right, let's do it.
Let's get to it. All right, De Niro, you can lift off after the commercial.
We're good. It's going. We're good.
You good?
Let's
Okay,
do
good.
it. Yep.
Okay, so where I really wanted to take it was this whole concept that we understand that there is this aspect of something that feeds off of fear in our reality. So it kind of requires us to not move in a way towards freedom. Now, a lot of people would call this the reptilian mind, the monkey mind, the Maya, the illusion. So we get into this concept of there being a layer of yourself that is telling you not that way. So society has, best way I've referenced it is Stephen Beaumar. He said society has put skull and crossbones in your enlightenment.
You said it again. I couldn't hear you.
That society has put skull and crossbones on your enlightenment. So we believe the aspect of ourselves that is powerful, that is enlightened, that is the soul. That aspect of ourselves is kind of marked. The knowledge of that aspect of ourselves is labeled by witchcraft, hoodoo, demonology, and all of these other concepts that block us from the sight of what is. that layer of truth within us. So the reason why a lot of us haven't moved, I believe, is because of that aspect that is almost genetically programmed into you to overcome it. You have to want to be courageous. You have to want to be successful. And so for me, activating your divinity is realizing that aspect of yourself is there and being willing to make sure it shines.
That part. Any means necessary. No, I respect that, bro. You know, and I think also to add on to that, bro, like you said, the propaganda, man, like it's just at a point, man, we just gotta, like, I mean, this shit gotta get old after a while, bro. Like,
how long you gonna be
is
scared
this not played out? Like, how is this? It's like we running in a loop, an imaginary loop that we accepted. We harbored that shit. Like people are afraid to evolve out of their own stupor and ignorance. Like, bro, it's just crazy that we really are afraid to die. That's the first thing that God has already done. We're afraid to die versus doing the best we can, regardless of the outcome of how we get up out of here. You get what I'm saying? Because it's gonna happen. So why are we worried about it? That's the craziest thing to me. We are so scared to have a physical passing. And I think they beat that into us via religion.
We don't understand
religion. Yeah, like people don't even understand death is not the ending, death is the beginning.
For sure.
Death is the beginning. What die must what? Become alive again. It's going to manifest again in some cycle or some sort. We just don't know because we're physically here. So we can't fathom that right now because we're physically here as the spirit. Temporarily in this third dimension. So why is we so scared about something that's still gonna happen? It's crazy. It's just like they got us thinking about heaven and hell. What? That's all in the mind. That's only here. Heaven and hell is in the mind. That's not a destination.
The heaven and hell
wrong?
principle. The heaven and hell principle is part of that dualistic trap that we was talking about earlier. And you know, I definitely understand the perspectives from which all of you have talked on. The thing that I will say is when it comes to the devil or a devil, the etymology of it is adversary. And there's a lot of conflation between that, Satan and Lucifer. Like those are all three separate things, three separate entities.
Oh, those are three separate entities.
Three separate conversations, right? So where the trickery lies is to demonize the recognition of one's ability to be an adversary. Because if everyone is talking about things spiritual in nature outside of dogma, if we're not talking about dogma. You interject dogma into this type of conversation, like it's an argument.
It blows up.
Yeah, it's not even logical.
No. So outside of dogma, you know, there are people who will align with the truth that there is real life spiritual warfare going on. But people don't acknowledge or want to acknowledge the notion that they might be the ones who are causing casualties, or they might be a casualty themselves. Because if we're talking about warfare, that means you might have to slay something.
And that's the real shadow work.
Facts.
It's understanding that not only you a part of the war, but you're also someone's adversary as well as you having adversaries. And that, to me, that's where iron sharpen iron comes in. And truly understanding things at a highest level is understanding that, hey, you need both of these parts. You need somebody to aggravate you for you to want to be better, and you need to aggravate someone for them to want to be better. We trigger each other, and you never know which position you're in the midst of that, or if you might not even know the people that you trigger. You see. And so it's an aspect of not knowing you could be someone's demon,
bro. So that that's where the social experiment of this whole project is rooted on, is knowing that anytime a melanated man comes into the public eye and presents themselves as a solution or a beacon of positivity or light, is in people's natural inclination to try to tear and destroy them down because of the brand that we've been associated as being the devil.
Law of polarity.
So, what I want to showcase is that there are more of us in the world that exist who are a representation of positivity unapologetically. And not only are we that representation, in some facet every day, we have to combat that opposite version of ourselves. Because that's what's being fueled. That's what's being celebrated.
Yeah. There's no greater devil than you. That part. That's why I tell people there's no greater devil than yourself. You ain't gonna meet no devil worse than you. It depends if you what? Resonate on the frequency. You can be God too. If you what? Resonate on the frequency. You can be Christ, Prophet Muhammad, the Dalai Lama. If you what? Resonate on the frequency, because we got the free will to what? Choose what frequency we tune ourselves to and operate on. All within you. It ain't outside of you, my guy. It's all within you. They duped us to think it's outside of us. It's a scapegoat tactic. No, buddy. It's in you, my guy. It's always been in you. You just didn't recognize that power until what? You had to press play on something. That's why I tell people I'm creating heaven on earth. But it has to first come through my mind. For it to materialize here, it has to come from my mind. That's how I know I am God, because I can create something from what? Nothingness.
It always go back to choosing divinity.
That part, Brody. That part, bro. That part. Gotta be
Brazil,
you,
you
not
still
on
there?
you.
Is Brazil still there?
Yep.
I don't know.
Believe so.
My bad. I just had to wash my hands from, I was just playing in dirt and shit.
I just seen a ceiling fan. I ain't know if you was in distress.
Oh no.
Like they made it. The plant's gonna jump me, but they really hugged me though. Oh, for real though. Like even to put it in context with Brazil, what he do? Think about it. Those plants are cultivated from what? Love and intention and attention. He did that with his love, consistency, attention to detail, and habits and intentions. Reason why those plants are effing healthy, looking beautiful, and is giving back to him because he's feeling pleased.
And that's the cycle.
You can't tell me that's an aspect of God right there in demonstration.
That's
there.
That is the true intention of why we were put here on this earth plane, is to be stewards to the eco version of ourselves.
That part.
The ecological version of ourselves. Mother Earth, we being father, and we pregnated with seeds.
You weren't given dominion over something to abuse it.
That's a bar. Spectacles. Like that, we are creators, y'all. That's we are all creators. Literally, within our mind is what? The universe. Your mind is a universe.
You just triggered
Literally.
me. You just triggered me.
Oh,
You just triggered me. Buckle up, motherfuckers.
Where we going?
Okay, here.
Drizzle. I don't know if you got it, but that's on the t-shirt of this pin right here. So
that part.
one reason, there's a multitude of reasons why I launched this project. But one reason was fucking feminist rhetoric and just getting tired,
man.
and just getting tired of fielding conversations in real life from these purple head weirdos that don't have like no situational awareness, nor are they rooted in reality. So the one thing that I got tired of was these women projecting that I'm a part of the problem because of the patriarchy. And as a melanated man, like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, yo. Get, like, what the fuck are we in charge of that is oppressing you?
So hard.
Yup. So when y'all were talking about, I lost my train of thought when he showed the flags. When
the flags is tough.
Oh shit, my battery about to die. When man, I completely lost my train of thought. But when
talking about the feminist movement, purple head weirdos.
Yeah, I know, but it's something that y'all had said right before that just sparked the thought that I was about to get back to. Fuck. I'll remember it.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I'll remember it in a minute. But overall, what I'm saying is that I recognize there's a lack of empathy when it comes to what we view as important as talking points. And a lot of that is interwoven into our conversations and to where people feel entitled to dismiss our presence, our perspectives, and really overall us as a productive member of society, when in real time they steal everything from us. And you know, a lot of that is done with the propaganda machine spinning towards this narrative of believe all women, toxic masculinity, all these other dumbass tropes that don't really identify what it means to be a man, and specifically not a melanated man, because we're not a monolith. We come in a lot of different flavors and assortments. Pause.
Thanks.
Funny,
but I'll land there because I'll recall my thought and then I'll come back.
One thing, you want to go, De Niro?
Yeah, you good, boss. Go ahead.
It's one thing. You know, the reason why I just chose to just ignore the feminist movement, bro, because at the end of the day, I'll just go back to nature. Women need to be protected by men, one way or the other. No matter what the delusion may be, you're going to need protection and provision from a man of some sort. If it's a father, grandfather, brother, boyfriend, husband, you're going to need protection and provision from us. So once I already understood it, I kind of just ex-nayed their whole idea, because in reality, it ain't realistic. If all women was to rule the world up, bro, it would be a lot of war. Way more war than a little bit. And it's not a shot at women. It's just understanding the nature of women. There's no knock on them, because men, you know, we need them as well to be able to what? Continue evolution of the human species. I mean, you know? So it's just like, what's like, yeah, go ahead, King.
You can't have a nation without a queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things I stand by, a lot of people don't like it, but I stand under like a matriarchic system. A lot of things show in a feminine, dominant way. And what I mean by that, we're all inside somewhere, right? And anything that holds or expels life is feminine. And the extension of that is masculine. You know what I'm saying? So everything has its place. You know what I mean? And I'm just understanding the duality of both. You know what I'm saying? For being
I recalled my thought. Thank you, sir. You sparked the recall of the memory of why I got triggered. So
Shout out to Brazil on the spark. You heard?
where I was going was I get triggered and amused when these purple hair weirdos try to deflect when you're making points. When you're making points, and they say, "Oh, you're operating in your feminine energy." Like, to me, that's fucking laughable because, one, that's not fucking gender specific.
I was just about to say.
So, two, like, to hurl that as an insult, like, really just shows like a lack of emotional intelligence and just and overall IQ. And then third, I don't even know if I made two other points before that, but third, to be in your feminine energy or operating out of the feminine divine means to be in a theta state, to be in a creative state.
Right, yeah.
And I'm creative as fuck. I got my own
Me
merch
too.
on right now. This brand I created, this music we listening to in the background I made. Like, I'm always in my feminine energy.
I embrace mine. I embrace it fully.
But not
With
in
love.
but that's where as men we have to toe the line and know that is not in our best interest when it comes to communication.
Facts.
Right. Now that's facts. Because of, you know what? A lot of men do it out of balance. You gotta have the balance of the feminine energy and know when to appropriately use it.
Yes.
Now I got daughters, right? Now I can't. I got 6 daughters, and all of them have different personalities. So I can't be the same with all of them. I can't have the same energy with all of them. I can't have the same tone with all of them. They require a different level of attention and nurturing, right? So that doesn't take anything from me as a man. You know, they want me to do their hair, their nails. You know, they like the way I do. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. So
Yeah.
what is that lessens me as a man, or that makes me more feminine? Or so be it.
No.
I'm raising my daughters, like, you know what I'm saying?
Period.
That's dope.
Even when I'm courting
That's
a woman,
fire.
I already have those qualities, and being a player before, you get what I'm saying, to do this for my daughters. It doesn't feel like immoral or unmanly type shit. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a household full of women, so I was experienced a little bit more than most men, to not just be comfortable with it, but to have a better perspective of what's going on. Knowing that I know there's a lot of things I can't do that they do, and I'm cool with that because there was no means of me wanting to do it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And they made sure that there was lines drawn and things. So, you know, it's about your environment, bro, and then it's to the person too. You know.
That's why I say I love women. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think the biggest thing I like to get into when we get into the whole conversation of the feminist movement is understanding that everything needs balance, and everybody's balance is different. And understanding that we all carry an aspect of masculine and feminine energy. And like I said, in order to be in flow and to be divine, if you look at mythology, most divine beings are ambidextrous, not because they were physically ambidextrous, but because they were ambidextrous in the mind and in the energy. They understood the balance of masculine and feminine. And so when you look at the tree of life, if y'all understand the tree of life and how the tree of life is a road from our world to the heavens, you understand that at some point the masculine and feminine join to be unison. That source energy is really both. So if you really want to embody the highest order, you got to balance both. And you really got to be a little bit more service to others than to yourself.
Can I add
That part. That
You
part.
know what I'm
I want to add one thing. That is who the Most High is. The Most High embodies masculine energy with feminine energy on levels that us as humans, we just still cannot understand that. That is who the Most High is to me. Go ahead, Brazilian. Go ahead and cook, King. I definitely want to hear you.
With the plants, right? The domesticated plants, not just on the market, but to what we created for our liking. They're called dioecious because there's a male population separate from the female, but their natural state is male and female, which they call monoecious. The unison of both. But on cannabis plants, depending on the variation, they'll call it a hermaphrodite.
In science, they call
Right,
it
yeah.
the perfect bisexual, but then there's different variables or variations to the degree of the sex, being monoecious,
Okay.
polygamous, or polygamous dioecious, because of the ratio of male to female parts. And then if it's separate, it's called unisexual. But that's just on a genetic scale to identify what's going on. So the natural state is a unison, and domesticated is separate. If that makes sense, that's the artificial selection. You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
And so when you understand our celestial ancestry, when you get into understanding that level of the history, you see that we come from a group of beings that were one gender. They weren't multi-gendered, and they split at a certain point as they became more and more subjected to different environments, for lack of a better understanding of it. Okay. So basically, I tell people all the time, we are domesticated. If you haven't realized it yet, as a human, you're domesticated. You live in a house. If you went outside and had to survive in your natural environment, you wouldn't make it. And you don't have the means and understandings to do so, or not even the genetics at this point, to survive truly in nature without any type of assistance or understanding. You're domesticated something.
That's real. That's real. That's facts. That's facts, man. That's facts. Because you know what? It's a high percentage of us that don't even know how to hunt. Like, so to have somebody like Brazil, it's literally like having a warlock. If everything goes to if everything go to shit, he's gonna stay afloat. You know why? Because he don't have to depend on the government to feed him. He already know how to cultivate it himself. He is going to be the president. People are going to be, bro, we'll do everything that's to do to come within your legion. Real talk.
I mean, where's to run the center of the village?
For a tomato. For a tomato.
I'll give them, I'll teach them how to fish. You get what I'm saying? And teach them how to make their rods. So, like, there's no dependency. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not out to hold nobody's hand. Like, you got to be able to self-service. We all got families. We all got, you know? So, I don't,
I got my obligation.
You get what I'm saying? Because I grew up under older class, right? And they held their shit down to where they ain't letting no man come in their house. You know what I'm saying? Or let their family see.
That
part.
You feel what I'm saying?
That part.
Yeah. So, I keep that mentality kind of thing. So just trying to, you know.
That's real. That's what you got to do.
That, bro.
People, the sovereignty word got passed around for a couple years, and it's like it came and went. It's like we talked about it, we realized it was hard, and we was like, we just gonna try something else. Because what happened to all the
I got a solution.
And it became a political term too.
It became a buzzword. They turned it into a buzzword. The same way they did the whole woke thing, the same way they did consciousness, they turned them into buzzword.
If you want to make that type of change, if you could control your governor, and it could be like just in a small county, they can make that whole town or state and whatnot, or as far as their jurisdiction, all sovereign. And then not only make it sovereign, this is how they can legalize it. It's called a lord deal. They can make the land, and within that jurisdiction, all the lord deals to the citizens there. You get what I'm saying? And y'all have 4 years to continue to keep revoting. That's the king of that jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? Because the etymology of governor is the one, is king, right? So the one who governs is king.
Hey, life's so synchronistic, because my boy was just talking about we need to go start hanging out at City Hall meetings. I'm finna take that game you just gave me and go sit and see what else I can do with it. For sure.
Yeah.
That's just
crazy.
how we gotta be.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Change our communities at an actual level.
Here's the thing, right? During Trump's administration, right? You seen, what was it, Texas? I think even VA and Florida, right? Their governors went against the feds, went against the legislative, executive, and judiciary, and the House, right? So that shows you something. They still have their sovereignty in the sense that there's a contract on accepting the idea and allowing a level of jurisdiction, being that the policy enforcers and whatnot, right? They can enforce the policy. But the government,
they're returning back to
but the government,
they returning back to the republic. Yeah,
exactly. You see what I'm saying? And then everything is
going back to the republic.
But here's the thing, though. You got something called the King of all kings, right? They don't acknowledge it's the head of all governors. And right now, it's Governor O'Malley from Maryland. and he's the head moderator pretty much of all the governors that keeps the idea or the treaty that they have with all these states, just like a president does, maintain the level of that integrity. You get what I'm saying? So when martial
Right,
law gets set, blame your governor. Anything that
blame your
comes down is from
governor.
the governor down. So here's the thing: I always ask people this: who is the only person, if the governor turns his back and is like, "Nah, I'm done with this. I can't make a decision," on somebody's death, right, in their state, who's the only person who can do that? Who can make a decision? The president, right? Because it's now that
Yeah,
two-party system. Left it up to these other people or this corporation. Like, well, what you gonna do with them? It's up to y'all. It shows you that every time they came with that. You get what I'm saying?
that's
And
crazy.
that's
That's
dangerous
wild
right there,
work.
bro. You feel me? So the
Yeah,
president of the
you're right.
corporation, that's the entertainment, not just the
Yes,
entertainment that
sir.
we know of. You feel what I'm saying? So there's
Yes,
always
yep.
that Coliseum situation. You feel me?
Yeah, he operates for the deep state, the hidden hand, what they were calling. You know, like that's why
Not
remember I
only
was
that,
saying earlier, bro. We got to understand who we are up against, and we can do what? Build the proper defense to fight against it.
not,
But the goal is we don't gotta fight nothing. We can separate,
not only that, bro. Look at it like
separate.
this:
Yeah.
with a
Mm-hmm.
corporation, right? A lot of us might have a
Mm-hmm.
business or
Yeah.
somewhat of a franchise, right, of
Mm-hmm.
multiple businesses, but not a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we work for a
Mm-hmm.
company, we don't have the slightest clue or the idea of what a president actually does of the company. So why would we be voting for
Mm.
somebody else's corporation, not identifying or understanding that? So where we get off with this? And
That part.
if we find out what a president is, that's like the concierge, just maintaining the levels of the company, right?
Like the
That's it.
face, like being the face of the company.
That's all it is,
Brand
bro.
ambassador.
Because after that is the CEO, right? The executive
Yep.
chief, right? And then
Yep.
you got the co-founder and the founder.
Yep.
People don't understand that chain of command and whatnot. So now you voting for a part of that. Voting for that is accepting what's going on. Like, oh, we can still rule over you. Okay, you still want us to make decisions and just that and third.
That's
You know what I mean?
crazy. And now you see when I tell people we shouldn't be voting, I come under so much scrutiny. What you said really just put it in an appropriate perspective. It's like, why shouldn't we vote? Oh, because our rights. They don't even consider us a freaking whole human.
They created an entire narrative, MLK, for him to tell us that he walked us into a burning house and for us to still sit in the house while it's on fire.
Yep.
It's
We
still
don't listen
burning
to what
too.
our leaders tell us. You feel
Yep.
what I'm saying? The house is gone. The house been gone. We standing in the ashes of a dead house trying to figure out why we can't get
Man,
nothing from it.
that whole part. That's real. That is real, y'all. And it's sickening. It's crazy. I'm like, y'all. I'm like, do you understand? Whatever president that becomes president still don't affect your life for real.
Not at this
They only
point.
just doing what they're told, bro. They don't even get millions. They don't even get paid $1 million. That's laughable,
They
bro.
barely get paid the mean salary to survive in their own country. The president's yearly salary is slowly encroaching that limit of, oh yeah, you don't make enough to survive neither.
They make like 700 to 750,000, bro. They don't even make $900,000. They
I'm
get
talking
their
about
money.
after they get out of office, the residual money lasts for a little while. They get like $250,000
Oh, yeah, for sure.
a year for like
Yeah.
X amount of time. That's more so
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
get it
talking
back
about.
still. Yeah, they get it back. But bro, it's just they don't matter. I know we all know
They
that.
don't. Not at
It's
all.
so crazy. We really think
The president
that they
get
matter.
killed.
Trump the only one that's going against everybody. He like, it's up. If I'm in, it's up.
The president could get vetoed, right,
All the
by
time.
legislative or
Mhm.
executive branch, or even the attorney general of the House and the House itself,
Mhm.
right? So he got bosses pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
at least the municipal cities and things like that, like your precincts and other places, town halls, city halls, things like that. That's where and even the Supreme Courts, because every state has a Supreme Court building and whatnot. You can take these things to these places and you can, how you drive that is with petitions, pretty much, right? How you draw awareness and things like that. Same way you would do in a community if you canvassing and things like that and you want to do a block party or any kind of business. You go through the police, but before you go through the event and planning department, you could do this for any county, any city that there's a precinct. Make sure you have your petitions of the people who, like the homeowners, people who matter, who would say something, because now that they can't tell you no, because this shows how many people want this to go down. That's how this
That
shit
part.
happens. As far as like you got to be careful what you sign up for with the people coming with clipboards. That's what they're
Yeah.
doing. They're canvassing and shit like that. So, but they don't tell us that. You know what I mean? You know, there's
That's
a lot of little
crazy.
ways, but that's how you control your area. And they can't do nothing about it because it's looked at all as business. So the whole business itinerary, right? Check this out.
Commerce.
This not only that, this gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, but this is a reality a lot of us got to deal with. Our parents fucked the bag up.
For
How?
sure.
The government was trying to
Yeah.
give us money like they still do. We're parents, right? We collect. That's money in a business in which that we obviously created, right? That's what the social's for. So by the time our children become of age and they want to do something with it, they've been dead at sea because they have no credibility, even established nothing
Yeah.
in it. And so check this out:
Chesapeake Act.
if you
Mm-hmm.
save that, whether it's 2,000 per kid, 5,000, whatever your credit is, right, and it increases
Mm-hmm.
depending on whatever president. Now check this shit out. Count that money up if you would have saved it 18 years. That's well over a million. That's your 401k and all that. That's right. That whole Sescavie and all this, that, and the third. Well, this is
Yeah.
IRS. You,
Mm-hmm.
you, you can check it. It's, you know, they all right. So it's a the Census Bureau
They the
system,
reversioners.
right? But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We go through a
Yep.
society in which that is set up for us by the people, but it's our own people that fucked us up and didn't tell us none of this. This is where I'm getting
Yep.
at, right? Being that we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to be sovereign and change away from that identity. Well, what we don't realize is that it's a business in which that if we're in a corporation, it's only about business. That's our walking papers. How to identify
Yep.
yourself. The nationality is something different. If you have any like ties with an embassy or there's some type of treaty or contract in which that gives you some type of exclusion, right? Or things like that, or gives you the right. You have to, that's the game that they play in which that, you know what I'm saying, goes on. And it's free, but it's just that you gotta find it yourself. Why? Because ignorance of the law is your fault. That shit kicked me in
Yep.
my balls
Facts.
when the judge told me that, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is the shit that we in though, dog. So, you know?
Not even telling you that judges are administrators. They not even judges.
Yeah.
They not even judges, bro. They're
They,
administrators, bro.
they
And not
literally
even that,
operate in a
they're
blind
foreign
system.
foreign agents, actually. When they take up
Yep.
that position, you know what I'm saying, or that quote unquote office, they're foreign agents.
Even anybody with a bar card, guess what? A bar card is a third party entity from Britain. Not
Let's
even
let's let's
here.
let's talk on that. Let's talk on that, right? So the
Sheesh.
third party entity, right, shows you as a
Huh?
civilian they don't trust you and that you're a child and that you need
Yep.
structure and somebody to rule. So that's just like
Yep.
child support and the courts because that is the last option that you should really go to even deal with your problems. But they, of course, they don't promote it that way. That shouldn't be the first place you go to. That's why the system is slow and pushed how it is because they don't want to deal with it. So they're gonna try to open up some bonds and securities to capitalize gain off of it since you want to waste their time because you can't get it together.
That's
It's
security
fucked up.
fraud.
It's fucked up
It-
with saying it like
It's
that, bro. Unless it's like somebody getting hurt,
it's
you know what I mean, and things like that. All this other shit is civil.
yeah, bro. No, bro. What he's speaking is facts. I tell people go on your IRS transcripts and look at your 1099Bs. You know what you mean, skunk? Just look at your 1099B transcripts, my bro. You're going to be pissed off. Why? You're going to be seeing all these charges. You're going to be seeing all this money in your name that you're not what getting the benefit, and they hide the QSIP number. They hide the QSIP number on purpose. That means they're exchanging our securities, and we're not getting benefited. Which now means we're not even in an equitable transaction because an equitable contract is where both parties are satisfied. And so I mean they're stealing our securities, trading our securities on the secondary market, and they're not even paying us out. They're not cashing us out for that. But if we don't know how to call them out on, that's why you need to get an audit. You need to get a securitized audit. Real talk. And bro, when you find out how much money they are trading on your name, you are going to be so mad. You're going to John Q some stuff. That's
Yeah,
how
they
that's how
double
heavy
dipping. They double
the
dipping, but see what they try
game
to get you is
is.
that you waive your rights with these contracts because you're not the one
Yep.
asserting these
We gave him
contracts or
security
establishing
interest.
them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you gotta
Yep.
figure out a way
Right.
to stop being a borrower and become a lender by creating
The
contracts
lender.
that you devise. Because anyway,
Yes,
you
sir,
still make a
bro.
contract yourself, going there, signing,
Yep.
and when you sign, it's
Yep.
called a subscription.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The etymology of that is yes, to subscribe is to sign your John Hancock, and that you accept all terms and agreements and whatnot, and that you're bounded. You know?
See, that's why when you give anybody your social security and your signature, it creates what you call a security collateral. That's the money. We're the money. That cash ain't no money. Our signature and our social is the money. Gives us
Because
all
everything is
access to
liquidable.
everything.
Everything
Yep.
is liquidable in this
Yep.
capitalistic society. You just got to figure out a way to put it on the market and make it
That part.
available. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then when you try to claim it
Mhm.
off of tax dollars, right? Here's the coverage, right? Because it's all loopholes, and this is legal because this helps out the fucking what is this shit called? It helps out the debt and all of this, that, and the third, right?
It balances the debt.
Um, how can I say this without saying too much? You're pretty, like the homie said, you're auditing yourself without them having to audit you. So you're
Yep.
moving money around before anything looks crazy. So as long as the numbers make
Mhm.
sense, because that's why everything's looked at, even us, as numbers. Because in business, it has no integrity because they can't control the real person. So they want to know what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? This is what the surveillance is for and things like that. So you got to tiptoe. Not even that. You ain't even got to tiptoe, bro. Identify how you put it like this, right? If I go on a block, I'm gonna talk hood. If I go on a block, right, and I'm pumping this, I better be about that if I'm talking this, right? That's pretty much how this shit is,
Mhm.
right?
That
Same
part.
game, different work. You know what I mean?
No, he's speaking. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's another world that is available to us. That's the reason why the education system is BS, because that's why they didn't teach us law. They didn't teach us about securities. They didn't teach us about how important our signature, how actually having a social security card is actually an advantage. Oh, people be talking about, oh yeah, you're on government assistance. That's a what you mean? Government
Not a
assistance,
social,
that's a plus.
not a social EIN, the employee identification number. Because that's the whole, like, if we talking
Mhm.
strawman for a layman's term,
Yeah,
that's the entities which you create because you could keep hiding behind the business. So let's just say I
that
come out
part.
as Nikki Barrage, right, for whatever reason. That's the entity. I don't never have to see a day in court. Why? Because I have a representative from this entity to come. It's not a personal thing. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have to relinquish my
Mhm.
jurisdiction.
Yep, yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like there's ways to go about it. This is what they don't want us to notice.
Once I
And you
real
got people who don't. My bad. Go ahead, bro. I've been talking too much.
No, you good. I was just gonna say once you realize you gotta operate as a corporation and not an individual in this system in order to truly navigate through it, you
Yeah,
better position yourself. That's all
Not
I
only
had to
that,
for
say.
sure.
not only that,
Look
bro.
at
Create
Trump.
trade lines too. Along with the homie just said, create trade lines, meaning establish
That part.
across the nation or across the world. You know what I'm saying? Someplace else. You know, and keep that going. And if you can, create what's called a lotus system, where you at least cycle the money between your group at least 10 to 100 times before it goes out to another entity, and watch how much y'all have
That part.
collectively. Talk about generational wealth. We talking collective millionaires.
What I really want to establish inside our companies and corporations is an in-house currency. So basically using cryptocurrency to establish a means of trade in-house that allows for us to circulate the money inside it through goods and services and networking of our different brands before we push it out to an
That's the
external
lotus
system.
system. That's the lotus system, basically. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's
That's
already
why I
a
like when you
process. It's
said
just
that.
yeah, it's just that how we gotta devise it. That's all, and that's something beneficial right there. If you got the keys to it, brother, go ahead and drive. You feel me? I'll fix a flat.
I'm definitely working on it. I'm building a couple of systems now that should be able to,
Oh, we got the keys.
for sure. It's just a matter of getting it
Oh, we
together.
got. I'm triggered. I'm triggered.
Now go ahead,
This
pop your
live
shit,
is
bro.
supposed to. This live is supposed to end right now, but I'm triggered. Oh, we got the keys.
Facts. Like that's like
Like,
that's crazy.
hold on,
It's
man.
like
Hold on, bro.
yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
about to tell a story, bro. I'm about to tell
Oh
a
yeah,
story.
tell me. I'm with it.
A real,
For sure.
a real time situation about having the keys and what that means, the implications of having the keys, especially when you don't have no gas money.
That part.
Facts.
And there's a sleazy salesman telling you that you got a payment due on your car, and there's a bag of money waiting on you at a destination, but they ain't gonna tell you where that destination is. So when it comes to this crypto fiasco, right now, what is going on is what has always been going on, and that is power brokers putting a stranglehold on the technology for trying to seize the monetary aspect of it. But what crypto leverages itself is based off of technology, and nobody owns the technology. And it's going to be in a very small amount of time. And I've said this for years now, and this is why I was triggered, because ain't nothing new under the sun. I have prophesized a lot of things when it comes to crypto over the last 6 to 7 years. That's how long I've been actively in the space when we're talking about group conversations. And the music even said yes. When it comes to what crypto is about to be, it's about to be a commonsensical solution to where Web 2 is not going to make sense. It's not that Web 2 is not going to exist. It's just going to be, why would you use dial-up when fiber exists? And especially, why would you use dial-up when you can get paid for using fiber?
Paid fast.
And this is where, this is why I'm saying I'm triggered, because there are plenty of us melanated masterpieces who are in this space, and I'll land my plane here. That's why I said the same thing that always happens is there's gatekeepers, and unfortunately, they've been tokenized.
Definitely. I feel like the space is doing great, and I don't think people really understand the utility that comes with the Web3 space. Whether we're looking at the DeFi thing, whether we're looking at just blockchains and smart contracts, we now have the ability through DAOs and smart contracts to establish a corporation that has actual horizontal governance. And we can control the governments of the corporations we build on a higher level. So there's a lot of things that are going to come with that. And we ain't even got into the branding and marketing aspects of AR and virtual reality yet, and how much money
Oh, yes, we have.
is being layered across our reality.
Oh, yes, we have.
Yo, bro. Real quick.
Oh, yes, we have.
Check this out, right? With the crypto thing, right? Is there a way, like how Tory Lanez kind of cracked the code with being able to push something for sale, but also have it be appraised at the same token to add to its value, and still donate it, right, and make the claim from it as well?
Bro, why are you trying to trigger me?
Nah, listen, the reason why I'm saying this, right, is because I can make papyrus. You know what I'm saying? I have papyrus, but I know how to make it from other things you could buy from the store, like corn husk and fucking banana leaves. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then with that, if you draw, you can use AI and just fucking illustrate some shit off of that, bro. You know what I mean? And appraise it and shit. Bro, like, you know what I mean?
This guy is really trying to trick. Every night I got to prove my love. Hold on one second.
Okay.
But yes, the answer is yes, for sure you can do that. And it's all about being creative. And I think that's the beauty of what we know in the Web3 space. It's all about being
All right.
creative about how you display it. Go ahead, boss.
All right, man. First of all, Mr. Brazil, I want to show you something, okay?
For
I
sure.
want to show you something, okay? All right. I want to show you something. Okay. So, Tory Lanez, yes, let's applaud that guy. I am also that guy. The beat says it. I don't make this stuff up. So this is something I'm working on right now. I'm about to put on a.
That's fire.
Hey, you see how
I
flash?
told you that shirt fire. Steam.
Yo, bro, why don't you do like a tie-dye? Because I
Come on,
like,
bro.
you know what I'm saying, figure out how to, you know what I mean, knot it up in that type of way. That shit'd be crazy. You know how many
Bro,
people
You
would get on
heard?
that? Especially
Okay,
like the
bro.
mushroom heads and all that type of shit, the
Hold on.
LSD, you know?
Okay, hold on, bro. Like I just flashed that for 2 seconds. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to Tory Lanez, and this is a conversation I had earlier with someone, is until someone proves me otherwise, I created the first music NFT. Now, what Tory Lanez did is he used his platform and his celebrityism to be able to pay to scale the thing that I did with my laptop.
Sheesh, okay.
And I have that's the best thing about crypto. Everything is time stepped. Like that token is on OpenSea. And if I can see if I can even pull up the track and we can listen to it. But I'm saying all that to say is anything that you want to do, bro, like it is already done. I'm about action. And this is a space where we can ideate, but I like next steps. And if you have, I don't care what it is, like we can make curtains. We can make refrigerator covers. Like
that's why I'm growing cotton and flaxseed, bro. You know what I'm saying? To make my own fabric, and I'm working on my own cotton gin and everything, bro, and the loom. Yeah. I already got like sewing machines, embroidery machines, you feel me?
When it comes to
the manufacturing plug, I'm gonna have to holler at you with fresh.
No,
cotton.
he is, bro. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's, there's a sense of urgency when it comes to capitalizing on opportunity and business and entrepreneurship, but there's also just a level of due diligence and building rapport that needs to be established too. So, this is what this space is for. Build over debate. Like we are here to be a part of the solution. And my aim is to document the process.
That part.
That's powerful.
Real. No, for real. Hey, Spinny B on the Instagram Live said, do you guys think the world would be complete if everybody was rich?
No. Because
I would think that would be completely chaotic.
Rich is really a state of mind. And if you have a poor mindset, you're going to blow the bag anyway. You're going to give it to somebody else who don't have a poor mindset.
Yeah, that's like somebody with a lot of money and no plans. You might as well be broke.
That part.
If you ain't earning it, you're not going to value it.
Yeah, it's like good and evil. Like it's a complementary of both. Like, you know what I mean? People who got money, they got it through the struggle, or it was at a certain point of struggling to realize they got to make it out by whether it be any means or morals, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Or on the way to get it, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It was an example for the next. So, it builds camaraderie. You know what I mean? I'm a competitive type of person in a sense, like that builds character, never getting comfortable and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You can check out at any time. You ain't got to get ready if you already ready,
That part.
No, that's real,
all right.
bro. That's real.
All right, hold on, bro. Oh, man. Damn. All right, hold on.
I was about to say nothing. I was just agreeing.
No, yeah, I was. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt the flow of the conversation, but I wanted to challenge. I wanted to challenge Brazil and see if he wanted to freestyle.
Oh, not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight. Okay.
What's Friday and Saturday.
All right. Trying to load up this track.
Getting his bag on them days.
Yeah. Because I ain't got to work and shit like that. Tomorrow I got to be back.
Right, so your mind clear, right? That part.
Oh man, don't let me at it.
And my kids, they could be around too. They get to hyping me up and shit.
That's hard. That's fire. That's fire.
That's what's up.
I love to hear that.
I believe
swear,
that's the biggest thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the biggest motivation. Like the biggest cheerleaders is a parent's children. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful though, because you can never be wrong in their eyes. And you are like a superstar to them. You dig?
Oh no, they'll tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh, they
I
real.
establish that level. Yeah, I establish that level of coverage. I try to maintain that with them. You know.
Respect.
That's even better.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I try to get them out to
hold you accountable.
And they funny with it too. You know what I'm saying? You'll catch them. You'll catch them roasting, even my youngest. You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing, Dad? Wearing that?
Oh yeah. They'll call me up quick. Like, what is that?
Right, I don't like that, Daddy.
What is that?
All right, what you put on? Why are you that color, Dad?
Yeah, my
Swaggertron was good.
My
That's
daughters
my
don't
niece.
miss it.
That is my niece. That's my niece all the way. Uncle Skunk, take those shoes off. It don't look right with your outfit. What? When you become a fashionista? Help me out.
Man, this took me about. Well, I'll say in real time. Like I started it a year ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I'll say it took me about 6 hours. But I'm about to.
That means
I'm
you
about
had
to make
attention when you was drawing it.
Oh yeah, no, I was doing some of it and having conversations with you sometimes because I did this I finished it up over the last week, but I'm about to put this on some shit that's about to be fire.
How long is it gonna take you to digitize it?
Not long.
Okay. Thanks.
Not long. I have a pretty sturdy workflow when it comes to design. That's why. Oh, okay. I see it.
Whoa! Oh yeah, you cold with it. Yeah, Brazil,
that's
you
what's
cold
up.
with it.
Yeah, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Like those are things like where on my main website, MarsHallStudios.online is. Oh yeah, nah, bro. We can do all kind of stuff with that, bro. That's easy. That's those layups, bro. Those layups. Like I could put
that's arithmetic math to me.
I could put that on a t-shirt tomorrow.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
you serious with it, Brazil?
Yeah,
I do
bro.
tattoos and all type of stuff, bro. Yeah.
That's next level.
Oh man.
That's
like
next
what
level,
I'm really
right
good at though is like hyperrealism and realism. But like I paint, I do a lot of stuff, airbrush, I do scenery. I try not to limit myself, you know, but I'm always
that part. But that's what I was saying, like, you know, part of my platforms is about just exploring opportunities to monetize our talents and skill sets and overall our time.
That's real,
bro. That's super detailed, bro. That's off a photograph?
Yeah, like that was a dude, like you could find him, he'll say some corny ass joke. He's from the UK. And he'd be like,
oh yeah, for sure. The mean dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got this one joint y'all might like. Where is this? I think it's Dana White and oh, here we go. King Jong-un and Trump.
Hold on, put that closer.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, that's
crazy. Yo, that's hard.
It is fire.
Bro, you cold. That's like cartooning crazy. Almost.
Yeah, this was my first political piece. I really don't do them. I usually do a lot of black people more so because there's more details with the shadows. And I'm
with the shade.
And like I got other pieces. They upstairs somewhere, but I do
more so like different colors. I deal with the different tones to create those effects of emotions and things like that.
That's hard. You know how to cell shade? You know how to do cell shade?
What's that?
Cell shading is cell shading is like it's kind of cartoony. Everything is outlined with like the line and be black. So say look at my whole body, it'll be outlined in black when most of the main features will be outlined in black.
Yeah,
it will be color black, but my arm will be black. We call it cell shade. So with this hand, right? Darn it, my camera. Okay, my hand. All the
like a silhouette style.
Yeah, silhouette style, but they call it cell shading. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We call that negative, like in tattoos and shit. We call that a negative.
Oh, okay, that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, I do that. I do a lot of those with like fill-in pieces for sleeves and stuff like that. Quarter sleeves.
That's hard.
You know
yeah, that's fire. I like
or
that.
Or even like to hype up their touch-ups and stuff like that. Like it's just flat. So
yeah.
I just spice it up.
You can do that with
like smoke, with like smoke, fire, ghosts, skulls, a bunch of shit like clouds.
Yes, sir. I like
that. That 3D effect, or even you could texturize it somewhat to make it like more than what it is.
That's fire, bro. Yeah, so yeah, you do know how to do that. Yeah, I got that. I'm watching video games, playing video games, and watching like cell shading technology is so fire. They do it in Borderlands. Do it in Borderlands.
You know what's funny? I got a tattoo on my leg with a silhouette of a female. You know what I'm saying? You know the trucker type shit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know she's in a certain position or whatever. Yeah, I got that.
That's hard. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire, bro.
You know what looks
checking out?
When you get like those scarred looking tattoos, or like they look like stone. You know what I mean? You ever see like a font that looks like stone or something engraved in their body or whatever?
Yeah.
Or even like something coming out like a picture in picture. It just depends on how it looks or where it's positioned, but pretty much like that.
That'd be hard. I would love to get a tattoo like that. Like from afar, it look like something else. When you get it close, the detail to blow your mind. You get what I'm saying? You're like, dog, I thought it was that, but looking close, it was something completely different.
That's how I like to approach my designs, specifically with like the one that you said was really busy. With the watermelon and the jaguar.
Yeah.
Like I made that with the intention of like looking at it from afar and it just being abstract, but then coming into it and seeing the details.
Copy. No, I like that. Especially when you broke it down, I was like, oh, okay, now I'm catching your drift. You did.
And even like with this bag too, like from afar, you know, you wouldn't be able to really tell like all the intricate details is in the bag.
That's right. So
that part.
I appreciate it.
I was just looking at De Niro website. His website got some dope merch on there too.
I got a couple things I'm working on, a couple designs. I'm working on it.
I like that Against the Narrative.
Crazy.
Yeah, Against the Narrative is the podcast and brand I'm building. I feel like everybody has this narrative that they battle. You talk about this system. I'm against that narrative that limits you, that keeps you from being your divinity. And I just want to point you towards what I believe. Not towards my truth, towards whatever will help you free yourself from the limitations you had. So
that's deep. I like that.
That's what's up. That's a strong brand.
And I've been working on this design. Let me see if I can pull it up. These watchers. I can't draw like y'all. I do a little bit of AI art, but I don't know if it's a get in focus. Let's see if we can.
Oh, okay.
That's understood.
Like that.
That's hard.
So looking at like seraphim and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So stuff like that.
Yeah. I'll get that as a tattoo and put that on my leg. I'm busting your ass, giving you 30 points. You're like, yo, that leg. I go like, that leg's fire. I'm like, I know, don't copy it, bum.
Something like that.
Oh, that's fire.
That dragon.
I like that.
Yo, that looks similar to like, the flash tattoos that you walk into a shop and, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's hard.
So, yeah, I'm working on building that brand. Bro. The watch is going to be next. I got a couple of nice shirts on the store, a couple of things going on. Support the brand. More to come. Just getting started.
That's what's up.
That part.
Look at all
That's
melanated
fine.
masterpieces in Congress.
You heard?
What are y'all talking about? Welcome, everybody on Instagram Live tuning in. Swaggertron, Spinny Beat, Mr. Woody, One God, then Turnkey, Ganja, B.U. Raj, Werewolf, Mexicali Music, On the Shoulder of Giants, Metal Trade Expert. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to the live. And if you're catching us on Facebook, welcome. Put something in the chat, you stalkers. We're on Twitter as well. And in case, you're intrigued and come across this on LinkedIn, you're welcome. And I'm glad you're confused.
You said you're welcome when I got it. It is? Really?
No, it's appropriate.
Yes, it is.
This
is being live. Yeah, this is being live streamed on LinkedIn. Yes.
Well, I couldn't even imagine what they be talking about in LinkedIn besides business. You know what I'm saying? Like people that just want to make more moves and more connections and widen their network.
That's what we doing.
It's dry. It's really dry.
Definitely.
Bro said it's dry as a cactus in the desert.
It's really dry. Dry.
Man, with all this artwork, man, we got to figure out a way how y'all can make money off all this artwork, especially with Brazil and with your art and De Niro, with your AI artwork. It gotta be some type of way, man. Y'all can monetize y'all intellectual property, because man, I ain't gonna lie, all the designs I was seeing from Brazil to De Niro to even Rumbling Thunder. Yeah, man, y'all gotta start like an art club or something, because that right there is fashion forward to me, bro. Artwork can never go out of style. That's gonna be something.
Down to collaborate. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That part. That'd be a monolith for real. That's something huge.
If you could, Skunk, describe to them that collaboration platform that I have. Like that's why I put up the logo, because that's what it's all about. I paid for a subscription service for like 2 years. It was like it wasn't even that expensive for real. It was like $111. I could put up all my ideas. It's like another social media platform. You could put up ideas, put up posts. You literally can put your artwork on there. I can put my music on there. Like, it's lit though. You know what I'm saying? Giving us a platform for us to express ourselves. There's another way. That's apart from IG. You get what I'm saying? I think everybody should sign up for that. Definitely, if you're a melanated creative, you definitely need to check that out. That Mars Hall, subscription services, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of benefits that come with that too, bro. So I just feel, man, it's a start. No, yeah, the Mars Hall Studios.online, that definitely is a plug. But I was talking about the collaborations platform with the merch.
Oh yeah, that's fire too. Because what you do when he approve you, you can get a discount code, put it on your social media platforms, and you can get like a kickback. So if they use your link, you get a kickback. Whatever they spend, you get a percentage back. You get what I'm saying? Which is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? It's a way for us to push the brand. Like I will hope a lot of us do that. I will hope you would do that yourself, De Niro. You get what I'm saying? That'd be fire.
And that's why I wanted to explain it to you, because it's like if you put your hit your stop cam button real quick.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We can, if you send me that, I can put that on a t-shirt tonight.
Well, this my studio logo?
Yeah, I can put that on a t-shirt and have it on sale on the shop tonight.
I'll send that to you right now, man.
And, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm looking at operating on a level of speed and efficiency that is already ingratiated in a running system.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a
And
bunch of my like old stuff that I had for my logos and clothing lines and stuff like that. And just let me know what you think. If you like some,
That's
you know,
fire.
we work out the
I'm gonna like
details.
something, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
like
man.
it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
like it.
Oh yeah,
And
you yeah, bro. Oh,
and what you got, you know what I'm saying? I have licensing agreements that I can send you, and you can tell me how you want that to look, and what you expect in regards to whatever pricing or splits that we might do. So
It's already digitized too, pretty much. I use like what's that, Photoshop
okay, already.
and that Cricut joint, pretty much.
Already.
Yeah.
Already.
And with me, I have my site called the Players Collective Marketplace because I wanted to be a marketplace for everybody to network and bring your brands in. If you got something you want to sell, same way with Rolling Thunder. If you want to sit down and talk about how you want, what your prices is, how you want to do your splits, come holler at me. I'm willing to build a brand, put your own collection on the site, and we make bread. You know what I'm saying? And we just market it and we get things out there. And so the goal is to figure out how we can make everybody that, with the pieces we have between his store and my store, what brands go where we can promote it, how we create this funnel for everybody to get to all these pieces and start pushing some money through them.
I gotta send y'all these affiliate links too for y'all to sign up with, so y'all can make money off y'all websites just for clicks. The clicks
that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, already.
Oh, that's hard.
Definitely need that. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, just like there's 4 people. My bad, Skunk. You can't back up, bro. I mean, unless you just want to rep your brand, that's cool. But that's just like there's 4 of us speaking now. Whoever is listening, they're gonna gravitate towards different aspects of who's speaking and they're speaking and what they're talking about. So when we're talking about branding and design, there's unlimited growth potential for everyone because you can't target everybody.
That part.
And not everybody's going to be your customer. Not everybody's going to align with what your brand represents. And that goes back to what the conversation we was having earlier in part 1 is, everybody's different. And that's how we came here on purpose. Like everybody's purposefully different. And it's not
that part.
Our nature is not to compete or to compare, it's to collaborate.
For sure.
Spectacles.
Because we more stronger together than divided.
Definitely.
All we gotta do is just make it make sense.
Yep. That's why I'm so big on the collective effort. Like we gotta figure out what role you play best, get to the highest version of that role of yourself, and then let's see how we can work with those pieces together and let's come together and build something that's gonna last. And that's not gonna break. You know what I'm saying?
That's group dynamics, baby.
That's right. That's it. That's group economics for real. And it's not even hard, bro.
Group dynamics.
Oh, group dynamics. Copy. Now we. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now it's not going. Now it's going to be. It's not hard. Because now we already know the intentions. We know the direction that we want to head in. Now we just got to sit down and strategize. And once we strategize, just mobilize. Super simple. I yield the floor.
Well, I was just gonna say, if you got your laptop, and you are read the definition of group dynamics.
Cool, I got you. I'll do it right now.
Etymology. You can just Google or Wikipedia, just because there's gonna be a multitude of different sources that give a variation of the same definition, but at core,
all right.
And the other previous build over debate sessions that we've had on Instagram, this is where I've expressed in my observation, the melanated community is deficient and not competing because we don't understand the importance of group dynamics. Nor have we been taught how to put it to come together and practice it.
Facts. Oh yeah. Well, one of the definitions that I'm looking at, it said group dynamics are the behaviors and psychological dimensions that occur between or within a social group. These refer to the roles individuals play in social settings and the way they interact, cooperate, and compete with each other. Yeah,
All right.
understand group dynamics allow you to better understand your team and maximize its potential.
Does it say the different phases and different stages of group dynamics?
Um, they got intergroup dynamics. Hold on. I don't know
I
about
see
that. Let
here
me
the
look at the
five
different
stages of
stages.
group dynamics.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, five
Five
stages. I'm about to type
five
that in.
stages of five stages of group dynamics. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Five stages. Okay, so the five stages of group development, according to Bruce Tuckman's model, are forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. The first stage of group development is the forming stage.
So when we were talking earlier, when I came back from the break, like we can't get past the storming stage.
Can you break down what that storming stage is for us?
Go ahead. Let's read all of them. Let's read all of them, and so we can properly juxtapose them.
Oh, I can find definitions.
All right. So let me look at the first one. Come on, skunk. Come on, computer. Okay, so the stage one, forming stage. The first stage of group development is the forming stage. And this stage of group development, oh my, X that out so I can read the
Group
rest.
group group development or group dynamics.
Oh, this is group development. So I guess that's
Group
not the.
dynamics
It's
is
forming, it's
different.
forming, storming, norming, performing, and joining. It's the same thing,
It's very close. Yes.
but it's not the same. Okay, let me go to dynamics instead of development. All right, dynamics. Yeah, I keep seeing a bunch of group development, not group dynamics though. Tuckman's model. That's all I keep seeing.
I think I have it right here.
Okay, yeah,
So
go
for
ahead. You can read
stage
it out.
so for stage two, what I'm seeing is members
Uh-huh.
resist control. It's the storming stage, and members resist control by a group of leaders and show hospitality. And show
Hmm.
hospitality.
Hospitality or hostility.
I believe it's supposed to be hostility, but it says hospitality for sure.
Yeah, but that don't sound right. Yeah. So the different stages of group dynamics for a reason, and it's because it's a process in formulating the group to be able to identify roles that will meet the objective. And usually within identifying the role, there is a point or someone who is designated as the vocal leader, usually based on their experience or subject matter expertise in whatever the group's goal is.
Makes sense.
So when we're talking about how that relates to the melanated community, we haven't learned how to practice coming together for a common objective to completion.
Okay, I have a better definition here. Members start the storming phase of the second phase of group dynamics. Members start to communicate their feelings, but still view themselves as individuals rather than a part of the team. They resist control by group leaders and show hostility.
Is
Which you're
that
right,
not
that
where we
does
are?
sound quite accurate of the reflection of the state that we are in
Is
in
that not where we
society
are?
for sure.
Can you read that again?
Members start to communicate their feelings, but still view themselves as individuals rather than part of the team. They resist control by group leaders and show hostility.
Mm, that's crazy.
And what I see when I see that is this concept that even the people that come to try to help, we ridicule them because we don't understand their vision.
That part.
It's like somebody sitting on the stoop with the sad face, like, man, I wish somebody would just come and help me out. And then here I come. Hey, what's going on, little fella? You seem sad. Oh, I need some help. What do you need help with, little fella? Oh, I don't have any money to fix my bicycle. Like, oh, okay, well, why don't you start a lemonade stand? I don't know how to make lemonades.
Or mow the grass.
I'm going to give you $1 and hope that you figure it out. And I just walk away. And they're mad at me like, man, see, when we get in position to help somebody out, we walk away. We turn our back. And then we go spend that $1 on some country time lemonade.
That's crazy. And guess what happened? Right. And then guess what happened when you drink that drink? You're going to be depressed again.
Yep.
And waiting for somebody to come save you.
Right back to square one.
Back to square fucking one.
Right back sad on the stoop.
But that's back to that consumer versus the producer mentality. If you only talk to how to consume things and consume products, I think it's amazing to me that people are satisfied with a life that they don't create anything. You don't make nothing. You don't make no art, no music, no rain. You ain't got no kids. You don't decorate nothing. You don't cook for yourself.
It's like, bitch, at least bedazzle something. Like,
bedazzle
your elements or something.
You gotta
nasty word.
Come on, bro.
That's nasty word.
Yeah,
that's nasty word, gang.
You don't even make up your own joke, bro. You ain't got your own sense of humor. You ain't doing nothing.
Nothing. You just over here a vegetable. You just here. Taking up space. Not doing nothing. A vegetable.
Like, you gotta bring something to the table, bro. You gotta bring some. Even if you just make good thoughts, you got good plans. You gotta do some, bro.
Like intriguing, and just be intriguing a little bit, or even mildly mysterious.
Even if you were just being yourself, you'd be unique enough to stand out.
That part.
Yeah, that part.
No, for real, bro. Like,
bro,
because man.
You know what's crazy though is like when you look on social media, and what women are doing solely for attention, but en masse, is like not only bizarre but disturbing. Like, it's like
we see 40-year-old, 50-year-old women down half naked.
Bro, if you don't put them fucking
Auntie Parker,
old ass chocolate eclairs away.
Especially the ones with bodies. Bro, especially the ones with bodies. They still think, I'm like, why are you even worried about competing with these younger jokers? Baby, come on.
That's gross. I'm gonna tell you why.
To be the example.
I'm gonna tell you why. I said it in a live on Trinity's live. Shout out to his yin, her yang. It's because Tracy Ellis Ross being on the cover of Vanity magazine at 50 years old, half naked.
Say that again.
You know who Tracy Ellis Ross is?
Yeah, I know who she is.
Like
she like the caca pretty girl with the curly hair with the cheeks.
Yeah. So they put her on the cover of Vanity magazine when she turned 50. And to me, from my observation, promoting thoughts as grandmas has been popular ever since.
Bro, they gotta stop this. See, this is why a lot of these ladies ain't finding no real man. Because now it's y'all predicating giving y'all goods away to the world, then y'all expecting the man to hold that shit sacred. No. We don't want a woman that's already been exposed to the world. Like, no. We don't want that. We don't find honor in that. We don't find value in that. Then they all get mad when we stand and be men about that. I'm like, and y'all wonder why we ain't marrying y'all. We don't want to marry the visual thought. No man, no right man, no righteous man wants to deal or settle with a visual thought. You ain't even got to be out here like that, but you throwing your body around like you out here like that. Just so you can get somebody to signify you. That ain't it. Ain't nothing feminine about that. You just acting like a dude to me. To me, you're carrying the out of balance of masculine energy. To me, though, I could be wrong, and I'm not open the floor to be corrected.
I believe that. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
It's just asinine to me. Like, and y'all expected us to value y'all the sacred treasure. The treasure chest is opened already. Everybody saw what's in there. What the fuck? Beautiful.
I believe comparison is the killer of all joy. You know what I'm saying? And I believe too often as a society we fall victim to the setups in media of wanting to create this idea of, hey, this is what life, enjoying life looks like. And if you're not living like this, you may not be in life. And if you fall for that setup, you spend your entire life chasing something that was never even enjoyable to the person that was putting on the image.
Bro, my God, you said a whole book full in a couple words.
Spectacles.
Tabernacle. Church.
Yeah, we get too caught up in it, man. We get too caught up in keeping up with this idea of happiness instead of seeking what actual happiness is.
And guess what? Happiness is not form-fitted into propaganda. It's only form-fitted into what you visualize in your mind. You know what happiness look like to me? Learning myself, knowing myself, loving myself, honoring myself, being at peace with myself, being okay with who I am. That's what happiness is. It's not contingent upon nothing materialistic. It has everything to do with what's inside of you. That's what happiness look like to me. You know what I'm saying? To me. You know, I'm at peace with that. Solitude gives me happiness. Being able to sit with myself in complete stillness when I meditate and be able to know how to be an observer of my thoughts and not one of my thoughts. Get what I'm saying? We think 60,000 thoughts, approximately 60,000 thoughts a day. Not all them thoughts are you, my guy, at all. Okay.
How many of them did you pick? That'd be the question I want to ask people. How many of your thoughts did you pick?
That's funny.
And I try to limit myself to the thoughts that serves me. And them thoughts, not even a lot. There might be like 10 to 20 thoughts. 10 to 20 thoughts.
And that's where the discernment starts.
Right. That's where discernment comes into play. That's where discernment comes into play.
Meditation put me on a whole nother level.
For sure. Because it allows for you to observe and discern the different layers of thought that you have. Because if you sit long enough, you're going to start realizing, bro, I ain't even have nothing to do with whatever that idea was. We going to go ahead and throw that in the trash. Because that ain't got nothing to do with me. And then you start to realize that empathic nature that we have. Oh, wait, I might be picking on more of my environment's information than what I'm realizing. Because you ain't nothing but a receiver. And you ain't the only thing that's sending a message.
That part snaps.
Segue here. This merch right here that I've been subliminally placed strategically is for sale on Commercial Universe Boutique. We're gonna play a slight commercial break. I'm gonna read these comments. Unless that's you, Skunkinator.
Where?
Oh, no, that's in the private chat. That's
oh no, that was Brazil.
Yeah, saying that he'd be back. But yeah, I'm gonna play a quick little commercial break and pause for the cause. You know, if you need to water the plants, now's the time to do it.
That part. Let me go drink me some water. Man, rehabbing his knee is no joke.
What's up? We back?
I said rehabbing his knee ain't no joke, my God.
You said rehab.
My left knee, yeah, man, my left knee been giving me. I don't know what's happened. Like last year, this started happening. It's just like when I was working, it was cool because I was always working it, but I haven't really been working on like the last 6 months. And now, since I start doing these knee exercises to get the strength back, man, this stuff hurt, but it's cool. You know, I love the pain. That let me know I got ways to go. You dig? I'll be back. If I do it every day, bro, do like 60 a day, bro, I'll be back. I'll get most of my strength in my left knee back in like a month or two. So, you know, it's patience. I'll take it a day at a time.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can feel you, bro. I got rehab issues and pains I'm going through too.
Yeah, you know, I
It's
still got
a
this left broke
process.
shoulder. Yeah, it's real out here. I got a broke shoulder. One of my discs. I don't think it's ruptured. I just know when I got in that fight, I got pushed down on steps. I really went from the top to the bottom, and I landed back straight on my back. He did it when I
Jeez.
was talking. These dudes stole my studio equipment. And I'm talking to his mom, like, dang, why don't y'all take my studio equipment? Like, y'all notice how I make my money? Like, it's weirdo. This is like, all I know, I'm talking, pow, I just get pushed. I'm like, and then it took everything out of me not to break him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was at his house. So I'm like, if I thrash him, I'm going to get jumped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, we just got to play this. We just got to take this, you know, we got to just take this L and keep it moving. It ain't really worth me being put in the hospital for dog walking this dude. So, you know, it's just, you got to pick and choose your battles wisely. You know what I'm saying? That was just, that was a hard pill I had to swallow. And it hurt me. It didn't take my manhood away. I was smart about it. I told him, like, I ain't even your enemy, bro. I ain't your enemy. I ain't even tripping about it. I just let it be what it was. You get what I'm saying? You know, they try to humiliate me on social media about it. You know, he lucky he alive, blase, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. Then only for years later
Wow.
for him to hit me up like, yeah, let's talk about this like real men. And I'm like, all right, tap in with me. You never call, so I just let it be what it was. Like, I ain't tripping about it. I got my blessings. You did. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lesson learned, you know? It's a lesson learned. You get what I'm saying? I just charge it to the game. You know, took my ego out of it, took my feelings out of it, and just, it's the journey. It's the journey. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't afraid to speak on it, you know? Everybody, oh,
There's
bro, I would have
always
did this, did that.
I mean, you're speaking on it now, and I appreciate your transparency. And
Yeah.
you know, it's something with this space is intentionally designed to be a space for those disenfranchised individuals who have been victimized by predatory tactics as well, to where, you know, like I said, don't, hey purple hair weirdo girl, don't put me in the group with the patriarchy. Like that's not what this is.
That part.
You know, there's a multitude of men who suffer in silence. I'm gonna play this video real quick, and then I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts about it when I land this plane.
For sure.
So,
All right.
you know, and within our victimization, you know, there's a stigma attached to where, you know, when it comes to melanated men, some kind of way it's okay for society to victim shame us. And you know, that's something mentally that we have to account for in not only our actions, but our reactions and our counter actions, or in our preemptive actions. And it's a tough place to navigate from, especially when you are deliberately targeted because you are a beacon of light or change, or a example of you know, pulling it up by your bootstraps and getting it done. You know, this is where our community targets our home. And I have a segment attached to this brand on Spotify podcast, and the title is when is it okay for a a black man to smile? And the answer is everywhere but the hood.
The generations of men who have come from broken homes that long to have children of their own for the sole purpose of righting wrongs. We never hear their songs. Deaf and numb, society's circus sees this plight as worthless, never providing a space for them to belong. Even worse is the fact predators feast off their pain, empathy in vain. Claims of you deserve this gaslit into their memory banks. It's time to break ranks, draw lines, define what is true. More men are afflicted by the system, born into a narrative they didn't choose. Redundant hues of blue. The only thing toxic is the news. Unplug.
I like that.
Fire.
Appreciate it.
That's why I always say. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead, De Niro.
It's
That's why.
Go ahead. No.
No, it's your turn, De Niro.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. All right, but like I feel with that, I feel it like I am not. That's why I say I do not subscribe to whatever traumas that you have experienced with somebody else that may look like me. I'm not him. I am a nuance, baby. You better open your eyes because I shine bright. I shine brighter than you've ever seen in your whole entire life. You don't even have to see it because I see it. I am not. I'm not those experiences you experience, so I'm not even going to subscribe to those ideas or what you're trying to push on me. It's not happening.
That reminds me of a Music Soul Child song. I'm not Stephen Anthony even. Forget all your Ivans. Girl, where have I been? Like, yeah, that's a deep ass song.
That's a banger. I know what song you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? I forget the name of it, but yeah, that's a deep song because it's talking about women bringing their trauma into present relationships and really projecting those past personas onto the new guy, and you know I've spoken on this in a build over debates on Instagram before, to where I'm not gonna defend a position that I don't identify with. So don't talk to me from a perspective of men participate in grape, because that's not me. I don't participate in grape. So at all. At all. So I don't even go to strip clubs. So I don't even,
you heard.
Don't force me to defend all men from a perspective that I don't identify with. And this is where this brand is here to allow us to exist as we are, and not a monolith, specifically not a monolith as is painted by the hue of the media. Like, that's a caricature of who we actually are as melanated masterpieces. Full stop.
Your turn, De Niro.
I think when I look at the concept, I see the way I like to word it is the aspect of, I get into the mythology of a trickster, but not the trickster as an evil thing, but as a wise man. And this idea that I'm gonna allow you to give me the label that you see with your perspective, and then I want to break out of that label that you've given me with the truth of what I am, which is whatever I need to be. So the way that I look at it is that at the high level, you have to be able to accept the perception of a person and be willing to disprove it.
Every second of my existence, I felt that, bro.
I thrive off of it. If it's anything I get off of in life, is somebody saying, "Hey, I think you're this type of a person," and them being dead or wrong. And I'm like, all right, if you see me at that perspective, then can I do this? And that's showing that I'm not limited to the box that you've tried to place me in.
That's alchemy. And
spine is transmutation, baby.
And I don't know if I said this to you in a conversation on the phone or on the live. of a quote where I said I'm paraphrasing myself, but I think it was yesterday on a live where uh, in most cases, people's perception of my character is way off basis. But in the instances when they are exact, it's enough to warrant change.
Facts.
That part. That's why I say titles and nobility is dead. That's why a lot when a girl try to project on me, I always say, with all due respect, you need to find some sense or some aspect of a healing mechanism that can cure you from putting that on men. Has nothing to do with that experience that you experienced, sweetheart. I always say, like, how would you feel if I would project to you my failures of women in my past? How would you feel?
They just need accountability.
Oh yeah. I would feel disrespected. I would feel disrespected. So then I'm like, if you feel the same way, then why would you impose that on me? Why would you impose that on me? And like, and then have the audacity to say all men. I'm like, and I'm like, and I say that gracefully because I don't take what you're saying as an insult to me because I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. So I'm not even going to take the burden of carrying that as an insult. I'm just going to look at you just as you're misdirecting your projection, which is, ethically unfair. So I'm like, maybe we should be a little more civilized and deal with what's in front of us versus carrying that trauma, thinking that all is down, like, because you can tarnish a great thing when it's staring you right in the face. You can tarnish a great thing, staring you in your face.
That was a very long and thoughtful question presented to all women. And there's no answer for us as men, I'm afraid. It's something that they have to figure out because at the end of the day, if you suggest that maybe a psychotherapist is more suited for the nature of what you're dealing with, they will become unraveled even more right before your eyes, and then they'll start attacking you in the worst way. And this is where
I enjoy it.
Well, but this is where we have to understand as men that social media is fueling that beast. That's a very specific spirit of narcissism, Leviathan spirit, to be exact. And like I said, it's being fed. So to try to deal with that type of energy in real time in reality when social media is stoking that flame is a futile effort. And until women as a whole really start to hold each other accountable and really smacking the phone out each other's hands type shit, like shit ain't gonna change. Like, and us men just have to really navigate accordingly.
Women. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I seen a video that was talking about an old Native American mythology, and the way they said it was that at some point in time in the Native Americans' history, the women decided that they were tired of putting up with men's shit, and they go leave and try to hunt and do everything on their own. And their pride would not allow them to admit that they couldn't survive without men. The men got so tired of hearing the women crying from the village that they decided to swallow their pride and accept that even though they weren't wrong, that they would go apologize and be the bigger person to the women, because women are that stubborn in their way of doing things. And I'm not saying this is all women and this is a all-inclusive story. Yeah. But if we've seen anything from history, we understand that we're in a place where women feel like they haven't been valued. We have to take accountability for that.
When the world gives them everything.
But at the end of the day, we have to be accountable for whatever reason them not seeing it. Now, granted, we have to understand the patriarchal system that's been in place that has purposely diminished the woman. So
fact. We're not going to negate. Right. We're not going to negate that.
Who's responsible for it? is really get back season. I tell niggas all the time, when you walk in the club and you hear Sexy Red, that's from hearing bitch shake that ass in the club from a nigga. It's just, it's balance. About how do we take the balance shifting from way too far one way, now we're shifting way too far in the other way. Can we stop it in the middle when we get back this time, or are we gonna allow ego to keep letting it swing back and forward? That's the question I
That's the
begin to
reason.
ask.
Well,
Our ego is the reason why our community's in
the,
shambles.
to me, I guess if there's an answer, or the way I see it from my observation, is um, that swing of the pendulum is already happening. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
let's say Sexy Red is less extreme than Little Nas X. So the thing that I'm interested to see is what the opposite side of that pendulum swing looks like. Because to be honest, when it comes to the commercial level of the music industry, we have not seen that. And I'll say that in regards to even how the music is tuned to 440 hertz versus 432 hertz. So there hasn't been a music industry that has thrived off of positive music. Nonetheless, a music industry that has thrived off of popular music that is made by, ordinary people. But that's where crypto is leveraging all of these things now and in the future, to where intellectual property is going to be the newest currency, and how people invest their time and energy is going to be uh, their utmost priority, because everybody's always talking about a bag, right? But every day the world presents us with opportunities to make money, and some of us don't explore them out of being stubborn. So whether that be a man, woman, or child. And going back to what we were talking about in that parable that you shared, that's definitely one thing that always fascinated me about men who were married telling me, one, to never get married when I was young, and then two, telling me that if I do get married or when I'm with a woman, to apologize even when you're wrong. So, I like that, just being a very logical person. I never really understood that as a youth, but getting into my old age and just really understanding the nature of women, um, I can't say that I really understand it more, because I really see it as a point of emphasis like as how we got here. Like, we have these cliches baked into our society, even, happy wife, happy life, or whatever, believe all women. And it's like attached itself to the ideology of our culture in a way to, like, it's reality now. And this is the byproduct of it. Like, shit's out of control and chaotic because why? Women are stubborn. And
And they hate
the
us,
one,
bro.
well, yeah, why wouldn't they? Why? Because
No,
everything
they
in
really hate us. Sad.
everything in the mass media is promoting them to hate us. Specifically as melanated men, painting us to be not worthy of attention and time. Like, what I'm saying? There's a whole plethora of women who associate melanated men with being dusty.
Bro, this so crazy that you say that. A lot of women be saying, "Oh, you broke." The first thing, the two number one insults women go to is, "You broke and dusty, and you have a little wanker." But you understand the level of child play those two
Yeah.
insults are. It don't even make you mad. It just really have you laughing hard out your butt at the level of immaturity. A lot of these women throughout a lot of generations, not just the 20-year-olds or the 14-year-olds, but the 30-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-old that carries this collective mentality. It's It's scary. It's scary and funny at the same time. And they pride themselves off of it. And the thing that men need to understand is we need to start just laughing at that shit because honestly, it's delusion. It's delusion.
It's the only answer.
Drizzle, drizzle,
It's delusion.
drizzle,
It's
drizzle.
you ain't got no ammo in your tank because I can flame you. I will flame you, but I don't want to because it's nothing to flame. It's like, girl, you got on that flammable makeup. You got on that flammable hair. You you wear you wear
I'm
that
triggered.
flammable tight ass clothing. You got that flammable BBL.
I'm
You got the flammable
I'm triggered.
goddamn
And you was choosing to get here in
implants.
the first place.
I'm triggered.
You feel me? And to make things worse, most of women, not all women, do not know what men want. That is because what they project, what we want, is off the projection of what other women thinks we want.
It's
Not off
wild,
what
bro.
we actually want and enjoy. I think that's the hardest part of this conversation is that in the midst of all of this, a lot of women couldn't even tell you what men genuinely enjoy.
No,
That's
they don't care.
crazy. Ain't that crazy work? But we know what women want. We a lot of men know what women want. That's facts. I know 80% of the men I know what women want. So
You
it's
study
not
it.
so it's of course so it's normal. You get what I'm saying? We know what they want and it's a normalcy. But women
All
do
right.
not have a fucking clue. They think what we lust over is what we token. And women again, we've been saying the same things for decades. Those are concubines. We do not look at those women as wives. This has been going on since
All
the
right, bro.
biblical times,
Hold
bro.
on. Hold on, bro.
It
Time out.
didn't
Time out, bro. Time
change.
out. Time out, bro. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Hold on. We cooking with hot grease right now, bro. I want to take a pause for the cause. And as I said, I'm triggered, but I wanna express why I'm triggered, and then I want to end this segment, and then we can pick up another time or another day
For
and talk
sure.
about.
For sure. For
All
sure,
right,
bro.
so
That's too funny.
one of the agendas for this brand is to just keep slapping people in the face with the truth of how everything
Right.
is upside down, right? But
That part.
specifically, how everything is upside down for melanated man. Like, we do not operate under the same rules of engagement as the rest of society.
That part.
Period.
That
So, there's a lot of cliches that are attached to men in regards to our general makeup and nature. And one of those things that's complete bullshit is that we have a fragile ego. Meanwhile, you got fucking wax figures walking around with spray paint and glitter and horse hair and fucking fish tank stilettos
Man, I can't make this shit up, bro.
and fucking rakes on his eyelashes.
I call them bat wings.
Glass waters.
And these maniacs got the nerve to be in costume on Instagram and still use a fucking filter.
Yeah, bro.
And then tell us that they did it for themselves, not for us anyway, so we can't say that.
Bro.
And no, here's the gross part. And here's the gross part. Then they'll give us advice on how to be a social media influencer.
Bro.
Like,
I just be bro. Especially, bro, when you be seeing these older ladies being on these older ladies be on here half naked and shit. I'm over here like, baby, you already got probably over 30,000 miles. Need more? Must you need more?
Bro.
It's crazy because women, a lot of these older women are literally trying to keep up with the younger women. And I'm like, it's just like women are at constant competition with everything, even within their own.
We can be talking about this for another 3 hours, bro.
I know.
The need for attention is at an all-time high.
At an all-time high.
Yeah. Attention whore is a thing.
No, for real, bro.
Attention whore is a thing.
Oh my.
That's a fact. But we can talk about that the next time on 25
attention.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about the aspect of attention. That part, for real. That's a very vast topic. You got so many layers when it comes to attention, bro. I gotta say one more thing before you land.
Go ahead, bro. We good. Go ahead, cook.
Get it, even their own reputation and their divinity, just to get it. And guess what? For the right now, understanding, when you cashed that, when you made that decision, it came with a consequence. And you thought that consequence you was never going to meet until that consequence really met you. That's why women use scapegoat tactics to excuse why they keep picking up with bad behavior. Oh, I don't need no man. I'd rather have a dog, this, that, another. Or they have like the boyfriend relationship with their children in a sense. Real talk. It's deep. It's so deep. I don't even want to get into it because it's a deep topic on attention, how bad it's made a lot of these modern women. And it breaks my heart. It's not even nothing to talk about them. It's just to witness it. It hurts me to see it and observe it. It really hurts me. It hurts me. It's not. I'm not laughing at them. It really hurts my feelings. Women don't love themselves like they portray they do. They have a high success, money, but they don't even know how to be a wife, how to serve. They only serve the dollar now. The dollar has become the boyfriend. The government has become their daddy. And that hurts, bro, because they think, they think they can live. They think that epitomizes who they are. I get a lot of women, they be, I can already look at your page. You don't got no motion. Your business not doing nothing. I'm a successful this, that, another. I'm like, that's crazy. Y'all are big fanatics of yourselves, but y'all don't really know how to serve. Ain't that crazy? Y'all are big fanatics of yourselves, but y'all don't really serve. Y'all really not in y'all feminine. And y'all think not having that works against y'all being submissive, understanding how to nurture. You get what I'm saying? Like, what? Those aspects is everything in society, not just man, but society. Feminine energy is so needed within women of today's time. It's so needed. It's so needed in the dynamic of the world. It ain't even got nothing to do with just men. The world needs that. And it's crazy that women like, that's blasphemy. And that, again, breaks my heart. And I'm not even trying to be condescending. I'm really being genuine about that. It really breaks my heart that women thinking that submitting is bad, servicing is bad, nurturing is bad, only to give that to their children is when they only give it validity. Ain't that something?
I think too often we mix the idea of attention with love. And we miss God. You feel me? And so in an idea of seeking love, we beg for attention. And then the attention has become our currency. Like I said, we value everything but the things that are actually valuable. And that's where I'm going to leave that one at.
That part, bro.
All I'm going to say to end off is you can't be a king, queen, god, or goddess and be petty at the same damn time.
Man.